This video is for Dr. Ortega, and we were talking about drawing, and you said that you might have 30 minutes a day to do drawing, but one of the things that we came up with was trying to create a unified drawing, particularly with a face. It's hard to get one side like the other side, and what happens is in between the drawing, what happens sometimes, I'm going to draw a violin. Say I'm looking at the violin and I say, oh, there's a scroll up here like that, it goes that, and then I look over here and, oh, okay, somewhere over here, there's a cutout, and then there's another deal that goes like this, and another cutout, and oh, look at that, how do I get from here to there? Okay, so that's what I want to talk about. You're going to call this unified drawings. And one way to do that is you can measure things. And I'm going to tell you, show you something that's real obvious to see. I'm going to take this palette knife. And if I was going to draw the palette knife, I'd divide it into two sections. I'd say, okay, there's this section, which is this long, and then there's this section. Oh, that section actually is longer enough that it would make a difference. I kind of thought that they'd both be the same. So what happens is sometimes we observe things, this being bigger, we think it's bigger, and this being smaller, it's actually longer though. But that's why I made these dividers, so that you can tell that, you can measure that distance and compare it. And really what you're looking for is relationships. And when you can find relationships in an object, it really helps. Like, let's see, this place where you run your fingers is about that long. And it's also about as long as the whole scroll. So looking at the two, you'd often think this was longer, at least I would. And so I'd end up drawing this smaller than it actually is. Another thing is that when you take it across the back, you're looking for a relationship in the drawing. Well, there's not really a relationship there. Oh, look at that, there is. Okay, so I've got 3 points now. I can go with this. I know this is the length that it is. I know this is the same, and I know this is the same. And I know that this, I haven't got an exact thing there. It's helpful, but it's not as helpful as when you can have a more precise measurement. So I'm going to take, let's say I go here, I'll measure this, and then I'll see if I got 1, 2, 3, whereabouts. It's not quite precise. Let's try this one. Oh, that's the one I tried. Ooh. Let's try this one over here. I'll measure that, and then I'll go from there to there, and from there to there, and from there to there. Okay, well, I know that one of these is almost equal to the length of that violin. There's other things that you can do when you're doing three-dimensional objects that are more complex. If you just, it's really helpful to have something other than your visual balance to gauge them by. So what you'll end up doing is do some measuring. These are helpful. You can actually use 2 pencils, hold them between your fingers. This is a lot easier. Thank you.